Radio 96.1 FM. This program highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. Adeola Akindele. In the highlights of the program today, Governor Sanwo-Olu signs Green Bond MOU for climate sustainability, environmental friendly initiatives. This and more after this timeout. We'll begin today with this story. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu says the Ibeju-Lekki axis of the state is prospering richly because of the prophetic utterances of the late Premier of the Western region, Obafemi Awolowo. Governor Sanwo-Olu stated this after watching a stage musical performance of Awo, the Man is Jewel, and produced by the Duke of Shomolu, run by Joseph Edgar and directed by Makinde Adeniran. According to him, one of the lessons to take away from the theatre is the story of the Ibeju-Lekki, where the late Awolowo was incarcerated in Lekki town, and he made prophetic utterances that the place will flourish, jewel, and be prosperous. Dignitaries at the show included Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and his wife Dolapo, Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila, Segun Awolowo, and his mother, as well as the larger Awolowo clan. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu signed a Green Bond Market Development Program for climate sustainability and environmental friendly initiatives in the state. Speaking at the signing ceremony at the Lagos House Marina, Governor Sanwo-Olu calls for more private sector participation as the state moves towards building a greater circular economy, a resilient Lagos, and a sustainable green environment. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu expressed optimism that the bond will create green jobs, eradicate poverty, and put Lagos on a path of prosperity.
The Green Bond Framework Development Program is a critical first step towards creating a viable financing option for future green and sustainable projects. So there is no doubt that the green bonds can assist in unlocking a huge potential, a sustainable investment opportunity that we know are bound in Lagos.
Governor Sanwo-Olu stated that the state has been rated by an international agency to AAA+ for debt management, assured the implementing partners that the bond will be judiciously used for the intended purposes for the overall benefits of the over 22 million residents. In a remark, the managing director of one of the implementing partners, Bola Onodile, opined that the MOU will stimulate economic growth, enhance job creation, and align with the state's themes agenda towards transitioning into a greener and more sustainable economy in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The special advisor to the governor on sustainable development goals and investment, Sholakwe Hammond, emphasized that the Green Bond Framework Development Program is a step towards creating a viable financing options for future green and sustainability projects to ensure that all residents enjoy peace and conducive environment by 2030.
It's a good time to showcase what Lagos is ready to do, that we are not only fiscally disciplined and ready for sustainable finance, but we're ready to walk the talk, essentially, as it were.
Also during the week, Lagos State Government signed a memorandum of agreement MOE with two power companies to improve power supply across the state with a pilot scheme starting in Alimosho area of the state. Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Larry Udushote, who stated this at the signing ceremony in Ikeja, noted that the state government has identified a number of feeders that can provide power in 20,000 low-income areas with plans to replicate the initiative across the state.
The intention is to improve electricity supply in Lagos. Once this pilot has been successfully executed, the intention is then to replicate it across the whole of Lagos until all of Lagos is covered with power supply that's uninterrupted.
In their response, the managing director of Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company, Folake Shuetun, expressed the DISCO's willingness to support the Lagos State government in ensuring uninterrupted power supply for Lagos residents.
On behalf of Ikeja Electric, we're happy to partner with Lagos State to ensure that we continue to provide power to the residents of Lagos State.
The pilot scheme is expected to commence immediately after the agreement to boost power supply from between 8 and 12 hours to 22 hours on a daily basis. On Tuesday, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu approved the appointment of 7 new permanent secretaries in the Lagos State Public Service with immediate effect. According to a statement by the Lagos State Head of Service, Hakeem Muri Okunla, the appointees were drawn mainly from the pool of qualified candidates, following the rigorous screening exercise of substantive directors, which spanned over 2 months from November to December 2020. Muri Okunla expressed confidence that the new appointees possess the qualities, competence, and experience required to serve as permanent secretaries in the Lagos State Public Service. Also, a new general manager of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, has been approved by the governor. The appointee, Mr. Bolaji Oreagba, a deputy controller traffic, joined the State Public Service on the 8th December 1993 and rose through the ranks over the years to the post of the Director of Operations, LASMA, before his present appointment as a general manager. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu also during the week inaugurated a 12-member State Road Safety Advisory Council, urging them to contribute their quota towards making the roads safe. Governor Sanwo-Olu is the chairman of the council, while his deputy Obafemi Hamzat will serve as the alternate chairman. Speaking at the inauguration of the council at the Lagos House Marina, the governor stated that his administration places high premium on the lives of the citizens as well as safety on Lagos roads. According to Governor Sanwo-Olu, the council will ensure that road infrastructure comply with global standards, drafts the implementation of the road safety strategy, ensure coordination between the state and local governments, develop funding plan for road safety, monitor funds disbursed for the initiative, ensure representation at the National Working Group, among other duties.
The primary responsibility of this council, which comprises principal road safety stakeholders, is to drive the implementation of the National Road Safety Strategy, NRSS, in the state. And the key responsibility of the council will include set the state road safety strategy target in line with NRSS, ensure coordination between the state and local government at achieving road safety targets.
Other members of the board are the Secretary to the State Government, Folashade Jaji, Commissioners for Transportation, Frederick Oladinde, Health, Aki Abayomi, Education, Folashade Adefisayo, Environment, Tunji Bello, Lagos Sector Commander, Federal Road Safety Corps, Olusegun Ogungbemide, among others. Speaking earlier in his address, Commissioner for Transportation, Frederick Oladinde, who urged Lagos residents to support the initiative, said the council will address road safety challenges in line with the theme's agenda, as well as channel the narrative of safety on Lagos and expected to produce a road safety blueprint.
The gathering of today bears significant demonstration to the unwavering determination of the governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration to transform the transport sector and see to the actualization of tangible deliverables.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Thursday approved the appointment of Professor Ibiyemi Olatunji Bello as the 9th substantive Vice Chancellor of the Lagos State University, LASU. Professor Olatunji Bello was appointed following recommendation by the Joint Committee of Council and Senate of LASU in accordance with the LASU Law, Cap 169, Volume 7, Laws of Lagos State. The tenure of the 8th substantive Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Olanrewaju Adigun Fagbun, lapsed on January 11, 2021. On Friday, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo stated the need for men of God to pay their Pentecostal tax, which will tell their stories, life experiences in the ministry to affect generations. Osinbajo stated this at the public presentation of Kumuyi, Defender of Faith, a biography of the General Superintendent of Deeper Life Christian Church, Pastor Williams Kumuyi.
Every person, especially those who succeed in their endeavors, whatever those endeavors may be, owe society 3 taxes. The first is income tax, a social tax. The third tax is a civic tax. This Pentecost tax, one that men and women who preach the gospel, they owe an obligation. It is that obligation that has produced the Book of Acts.
Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who described the book title as apt, noted that there is much to learn from Pastor Kumuyi, whom he described as the lover of God, humility personified, diligent, and epitome of simplicity, saying there are a lot of things to be learned by all in generations to come from his personality.
Papa make a choice from solving mathematical problems to solving lifelong problems that is ageless. So in the process of doing this, to place God over and above everything else, that name, that reputation was not built overnight. It is a product of many decades of humble but energetic laboring, telling us what we all need to know and reminding us of what we need to do as leaders and especially as political leaders in this very difficult time.
The celebrant, Pastor Kumuyi, stated that God loves everyone, irrespective of religious affiliation.
I want to be like Jesus, and I want to throw that to you. If you will be, because God is no respecter of persons. I'm happy to say that many of my students that have not gone beyond, and I want to do that in Christianity. I want to raise some people that will go beyond me, and we can turn the world upside down. We'll start from our city here, from our nation here, from our continent Africa, and who knows, we can change the world.
Finally, on the program today, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Friday vowed to revoke the contract of contractors handling the phase 2 of Lagos Homes Housing Project at Songo-Tedo in Etiosa local government area if there is no significant improvement in the level of work at the site. Speaking during an inspection tour of the site, Governor Sanwo-Olu, who frowned at the spate of work on the phase 2 of the project, stated that the state government is not owing the concerned contractors, urging them to utilize public funds judiciously.
As you can see, level of work on phase 1, it's well over 90%. Within the next 6 weeks, we'll also bring you back here to come and hand over this phase 1. And I'm using this to warn very serious hiring contractors. It really doesn't matter who you know. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm going to give you 1 week. If I don't see an improvement, not only will I terminate those contracts, I will also ensure that we'll prosecute you because you have government money in your possession, and I will determine that contract. And once we determine, we'll enter into a litigation. And that means that we're going to blacklist you.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, who commended all contractors who have shown commitment to the project, hinted that the phase 1 of the housing scheme, which is 90% near completion, will be inaugurated before the end of November, while the second phase is targeted for completion before the end of next year. The Songo-Tedo housing scheme consists of 62 blocks of 744 flats. With that story, we conclude this week's edition of Lagos Update, a program that highlights the activities of the Lagos State Governor and other state events. You can listen to Lagos Traffic Radio on our website, www.trafficradio961.ng, and follow us on our various social media platforms: Instagram, Lagos Traffic; Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe to our channel, Lagos Traffic 961. You can download our app, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM from Play Store for more updates. Thanks to my producer, Babatunde Akinyemi, studio engineer, Oyeshola Ola, with support from Sadiq Yusuf. The executive producer is Tayo Akunle and Adiola Akindele. Next week is another date. Stay blessed and stay safe.
Record of life. Everybody get their own lane. I beg, maintain your own lane. And if you must use the next lane, make you trafficate well. Make we for no get big gay for the road. My name now is Song, aka Mr. Songs, and the king maker be this. Record cause I gotta pay bills. Record cause I wanna live big.
Lethargic Manchester City draw at the Etihad as Mane, Salah, Keita ensure Liverpool unbeaten continue, while Arsenal's lone goal is enough to secure another 3 points at the Emirates. Good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Sportlane. I'm Olujimi Dario Ogun, and yes, it's Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1, and in between all of our sporting updates, we promise to take you to your destination in style, giving you the latest traffic reports across the metropolis. And also we also want you to know as well that it is important while you are driving to fasten your seatbelt and obey every traffic rules. And also, while the show is going on, we also entertain your calls by dialing the studio line 080991207777. Once again, 080991207777. What is making you talking in the world of sport? Is it Manchester City tearing people's tickets, or Arsenal going away from home and winning by 1-0, or Bayern Munich doing the needful 7-0? And it's all about the invincible performance from the Bayern Munich team. For Manchester City on their own part, I can't remember the last time this happened to them. They failed to